Hello, welcome to the daily political tarot readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here and going through the news with me. Really appreciate it. I'm here 365 days of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. So just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing. We have epic troll slayers. And we have a fantastic community because of you. You are so kind to me, or you are so kind to me. I am so grateful. So, and also after Catsy Klein, thank you for the cat treats. There is also Maladaptive Daydream. Thank you so much for even some more little treats. Oh my gosh. Happy kitties. Okay. Thank you. All right. So, guess what? Got a little hints of good news this morning. Maybe we'd start with that. Going to use the Housewives lore deck again today. And the link is in the description box. So, oh, Kathy Ritchie says, I'll be back. I'm glitching. Okay. Well, I don't think I'm not getting any warnings, so. How did that get wet? No, stop. Okay, we're good now. Oh, hello, Becca. Becca from House of Lenormand is here. Fantastic. Becca, do go subscribe to House of Lenormand. Highly recommend it. All right, Ricky says, and the star of the show, the inspiration behind the Broadway musical Hair, Fur, the cuteness that is Boo Boo's and Kitty. Happy bed. Exactly, Mel. Exactly. All right. Oh, thank you, Pamela. Thank you. Okay, so at 2 minutes 30 seconds in, if you're watching this on replay, you go down the description box. All the questions are listed out there, and I promise you as I go. Or consider watching back on 1.25 speed. There's not a lot on YouTube. Okay, the audio's weird. Uh-oh. Audio. The microphone. I don't see any problem. Let me know. Are things really bad? Please let me know because I'm not getting any warnings or anything over here. So, okay. 3 minutes in. So I woke up this morning, and the first thing I do when I wake up, it's like the quality's low, but your picture is fine. It's the Yeti. That should definitely be worse. And then in theory, that should be better. My audio is good. Carol says audio is crystal clear here. Kathy Ritchie says good. In and out. Thread of Hope says sounds good. Audio's echoing. The echoing's cutting in and out. Okay, what's going on? All right, hang on. Sorry. System. Devices. Well, microphone. Microphone set up. Just choose your sound input device. Oh, choose device for speaking or recording. Let's make it official, because it should be on this is the Yeti. This is the Blue Yeti microphone. I don't know what else to do. Genealogy Junkie says, I have you on my TV and laptop without any problems on either one. Broussard says lower the volume slightly. That might help. Is your volume turned up to max? Aye. Okay. Well, there's nothing else I can do, I'm afraid. So I'm just gonna have to power through. I'm sorry if there are difficulties. All right. So at 5:40. All right. Let's jump in. Um, So at 5:40, okay, so I wake up in the morning and what's the first thing I do? I should get out of bed because the first thing I do when I'm out of bed is I go take care of the cats and anybody else who needs help. And then before I get coffee or do anything for myself, which isn't the healthiest thing in the world, but that's what I do. But when I first wake up, before I get out of bed, I do one thing, and that is I click over to Apple News. And as I'm blearily trying to get my eyes working, I I just quickly look through the headlines and then I get up. Well, the first thing I saw this morning, MSNBC reported that Trump's poll numbers for favorability have dropped to 25%. And that's among everybody. That's not just Republicans, that's everybody. 25. His unfavorable polling, according to a new ABC poll, unfavorable is up to 61%. So, yes, I grabbed some screenshots from MSNBC. So, as they said on uh, Morning Joe this morning, turns out there's no such thing as a good indictment, unlike what they were saying. Oh well. So, how's Trump taking this? Yeah, Betty Cantrell says that's what 45 will say, fake news. M. Kelpie says the 25% are old fans of The Apprentice. Exactly, Lisa. So much for the rest is going to hand Trump the White House theory. Oh, and there's more to come. Mr. I'm the king businessman. Everything is a devil card. Oh, and also, uh, coming up in questions, guess who needs to go back to New York to sit for a deposition with Letitia James this Thursday, 2 days from now, I think it might be. Oh, okay. So the emperor, who couldn't be elected dog catcher, apparently. Besides, I wouldn't want him anywhere near animals. Please no. Oh, thank you, Fran. All right, Trumpy Wumpy. You having a bad day. Nine of Wands. Oh, he's feeling beaten up. Poor little Trump. Feeling beaten up. Three of Cups. Magician. The Emperor. Five of Pentacles. Three of Wands. You see, this is his problem. Becca says, while we're all happy about the incoming indictments, let's not forget we still haven't heard if there have been investigations into his human rights abuses while he was in office. I hope so. Anyway. First of all, Democrats are celebrating, and he does watch Morning Joe, especially with a headline like that where Joe was talking about him. He's gonna watch that. Oh yeah, and this. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Linda J. Thank you. This it's kind of normally we can go ta-da. It's feeling very thin. His con isn't working. The main reason he wants to be emperor, he doesn't want to be president. He wants to be emperor, and he wants to be emperor to protect himself from jeopardy. At this point, well, it's always been about him. We know that, and as someone with a narcissistic personality disorder, he doesn't see the world. He doesn't see other people the way that we do. They are all extensions of him. Um, they they must be loyal to him at all times. They must be, and so it's all about his protection. He doesn't care what happens to the country. He really doesn't. And the things where different Republicans are saying defund Social Security. He's like, don't say that. He just knows that's bad politics. He doesn't care. He does not care. So anyway, that's what he wants. But Five of Pentacles, it's not going so well. And Three of Wands is it's getting harder to raise money. Well, maybe if you were nice to people, but no. You're a fascist. Hasselhoff is a funny looking emperor, isn't it? Yeah. My understanding is the tarot in the middle. It's a tub of lard. That's what I think I looked up a while ago. And if it isn't, it doesn't matter. But I think if I look closely, I think his one hand is a bottle of ketchup. Oh no, it's French dressing. It looks like ketchup. Evaporated milk, sloppy joes, sweet peas, baked beans, salad oil, snacka coffee, snacka instant coffee, taro, fresh, pure, taro, pure vegetable shortening. It's a tub of lard. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. It's not looking so good for him. But he doesn't know how to reclaim what he was doing before. When you no matter how attractive you find somebody, no matter how much it seems like you click, there's a good reason why you don't marry someone the first week that you know them. There's a good reason why it's a good idea to wait like a year or 2. You know, be really get to know this person because I've seen little, like when he went on was it Joe Scarborough, or he was on somebody's show back in 2016, and he's talking, and he sounded a lot more lucid then. Not in the sense of, I think he has dementia. I I don't think he's much more sick than he was then. I think he was better able to hide it. I think with all the stress and the strain, plus several more years of not taking care of himself, let's put it that way, plus all the stress, because when you've been, um I mean, they have before and after photos of people who've been president. It does age you because of the stress, but he's so far down into his pathology, his mental illness, and refuses to get help. Narcissists rarely seek help because if they the problem with narcissistic personality disorder is that you you're you hate yourself deeply. And if you do go into therapy, if you're willing to stay in therapy and do any kind of honest work, the fairly rare occasion where narcissists get therapy and get help, when the facade finally falls, finally cracks, um, the person just devastated. They can't. Yeah. So, he can't charm his way the way he did before. I mean, we never found him charming, but he can't charm his way. He can't keep up a facade that he's, lock her up. I'm really rich. And then talking the way he did on The Apprentice. Remember, he was much closer to the time back then. He was much closer to the time when he was regularly on that show and being told what to say and how to say it. And the further he gets away from that, the less he remembers. Spiralizes, they cannot admit weakness. True. Becca from House of the Norman says psychologists say that cluster B are the most difficult to treat. So, Trumpy. Oh, Bonnie Saunders says, "Hi everyone. Gorgeous combination of colors makes my eyes happy." Yes, I live for this kind of stuff. Thank you. Three of Cups, and we're laughing at him. Five of Wands, Six of Cups. At least there was a point where because he had money, um, he could still tell himself that he was attractive, that women would still be hitting on him because of his money. But even the super faithful, they're not what he wants, and, uh, he's just this is brutal on his ego. Five of Wands, chaos, trying to stir up chaos. We're fine without you, Stiff. Magician, trying to get the con going again. This is the Chariot, big, showy, like a parade float of justice. It's not fast, but it's it's disco lights and, not actual disco light, but like that bright kind of thing. Hanged Man, he's very afraid. Nine of Swords, sleepless nights. He's not sleeping well because he knows what's coming. Um, I'm sorry, I have no sympathy for this guy. What he did to those children, I'm done. I don't care. I just want you to face justice. That's it. If you're suffering, imagine what those poor kids have gone through. So, um, there was something telling during, I think it was the speech, the evening he was arrested. Makes me happy. All right. He said something about, I think he was talking about the top secret documents, and it was something about, uh, trying to convict me of insurrection, sedition, or treason, or whatever. And he said, one of the possible punishments is death. And I think everybody there was like, "Wait, what? You entitled tub of lard. Um, you're nobody's gonna kill you. Nobody. There's no way. We would love to see you treated like everyone else as far as jail time for after you go through a fair trial with real evidence. Nobody's gonna kill you, you moron." But he's the victim, and he's it's not gonna get better. It's just not. Oh, and it's so good to see this guy fall. So, Thank you, Val. Thank you, everybody. Yes, Betty. Betty Cantrell. Any one of us would be in jail already. Yeah. All right. At 2030, oh, Eva Braun isn't happy. That's a shame. So Melania had to be begged to be seen publicly with Trump after the indictment and will only show when she can be assured she won't be questioned about Stormy Daniels, or as she put it, any of this S word. And then I've seen another article where she snapped back at anonymous sources who say that she is blah 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 blah. You're under contract. You're a contract player. It may as well be like fair play. Um, how long will this last? Eva Braun. Polyontis' kings have been deposed and beheaded. King of Cups. Her little Donnie Wani. That sailed. Right. Don't know why there's no sun up in the sky. Stormy weather. Weezy Squeezebox. You mean she wasn't paid for her appearance? Contract. Five of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. She is worried about the money. She is worried about. I honestly, I think she's more worried about Letitia James than she is about Georgia, or I didn't have anything to do with her. So she and her son would be in the clear, and the money would still be. It's Letitia James dissolving Grift Co., seizing assets. Alvin Bragg seizing assets. That's what she's afraid of. Lack of money, aggressive law enforcement, everything coming to light. Ten of Wands and the Lovers, the burden. And this feels very much like it's off a cliff. She's just she is so done with him. She is so done with him. As a matter of fact, in the article I read, I think they put it well, which is she doesn't even seem to like him. Yeah. Yep. So Eva Braun. Um, may I call you Ava? Are you going to get the money that you think you're going to be getting out of this deal? Polywanda, is Trump your type? Would you consider being Trump's wife number 4? Who are you asking? Oh my God. Like one of the 50s, one of those, I'm trying not to actually scream, but it's a monster. Oh gosh. Yeah. 2430. Will Braun get the money she wants? Yes, Dee says, hi all. I sometimes feel sorry for her. That is your right. That is your right. GM Dave says the taxman breathes down everyone's neck. Thank heavens I got my taxes in. And my returns have been accepted federally and state. So Joanne is saying, I'd rather be single and poor, no thanks. So you're gonna get all the money you're hoping for there, Mel? Melamine? Chaos. Strength. King of Wands. 5 of Pentacles right in the middle. Temperance. Page of Pentacles. Look, she's going to be fine, and she's going to find some other rich sucker to marry. But Trump, first of all, Trump has tied himself in knots, making sure that she doesn't get anything more than just what she has fought for, and she has hung in strong for that because she married for money. She did, but this is not enough money. This is real temperance on what she can get in a divorce settlement, and this is her son. There might be a time where she's having to rely on him. I mean, in the future, but she's trying to protect her son, but there's just not enough money. Not what she's for us. We would be set for life, but her, people like that. She's who was the woman with the shoes? Imelda Marcos, or the Queen of Mean in New York? Taxes for the little people. I mean, she can't live. She can't live like I live, like you live. There's no way. There's no way. She would look at my situation and just look down her nose like, my help lives better than you. But I haven't had to be intimate with Donald Trump, so I win. All right. 28. Glenn had a good question here. 28, 10. Excuse me. Sorry. Glenn said Trump keeps losing appeal after appeal. He has definitely lost his appeal. Which judge will be the first to order a gag order on Trump? Fiona Helmsley. Thank you, Suburban Housewife. Jolie S says, but she doesn't have the nice kitties we do. I know. Seriously, would you honestly, would you rather live in Trump Tower and have to sleep next to Donald Trump, or would you rather be single and have him curled up against you? I know my choice. But I like how Glenn put this. Trump keeps losing appeal after appeal. No appeal. Which judge will be the first to gag order Trump? And Glenn added in, like, oh my God, gag him with a spork. Oh, that was good. Ooh, cards right off the top. Boo-boos and kitty all the way, says Lois. Looking lady says, cat, please. Mr. Couture said, I would be single forever. So, yeah. Jim Dave says, I'd rather jump off Trump Tower. You guys are funny. Okay, 3 of Wands. Like, oh my God, gag him with an order. Spork, that was good. Three of Wands. This is the looking out to he's doing he wants to raise money because he is technically running for president. But actually, poll numbers are getting down to the point where he's like a fringe candidate. But he's still trying to raise money, and there are judges who are going to they're going to drag their feet on Trump just because they don't want to start getting into presidential interference garbage. But that's not going to get him as far as he thinks it will, because they do have limits. They might just give him a tiny bit extra wiggle room, but no. House of Lenormand says felony charges to be clear via Midas Touch Fannie Willis statement. What? Okay, Becca says Fannie Will, and because I was married to an Englishman for 20 years, I always say Fannie because the other word is apparently incredibly rude in the UK. But anyway, Fannie Willis gave 45 a stern talking to yesterday for Midas Touch. She said if he comes after her or her family or other prosecutors, she will add charges to his indictments. Felony charges, to be clear. Yes, please. Yes, please. Go. Do that. Yes. Yes, please. Mm-hmm. Eight of Pentacles. Four of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. Moon. Oh, what happened here? I can't see. Gag order on Trump. There we go. Save. Eight of Pentacles. This goes with the working. As a candidate. Four of Swords. This is legal silence, but it's a Wheel of Fortune. Chaos, things coming to light. So, right, like I said, they're going to give him just a little bit of space here. And they might be quiet. This could be a gag order, but it's before the Wheel of Fortune, so this would be more the status quo. So they're like, okay, we'll give you a little. This is minor arcana. We'll give you a little room, but you spin that wheel, you're going to have chaos, and then you have all of the other indictments that are on their way. Oh my God! Like, I'm so happy he's going to be arrested again. Okay. All right. Moving on. Okay. Oh, it just gets better and better. 34 minutes in. Trump plans to return to New York for a second round of questioning Thursday in the Letitia James case over his business dealings. Jazz hands. Depositions. Trump. According to insiders, it was not immediately clear what the focus of the questioning would be. Will he cooperate? Will he be there? Maybe. Will he cooperate? Hasn't he already pleaded the fifth or something in her depositions? Does anybody remember what exactly? He's had so many. What did he do during the I could have sworn that was the one where he was 400, 500 times where he was pleading the fifth. Is that right? Knight of Cups. Not only are the Knight of in the Letitia James, the people bring her and the others who bring the civil suit against him. They're near the popping champagne on getting this really rolling. He apparently the civil trial starts October 2nd, but um, this feels happier than us having to wait. So I was just looking at this little calendar. January, February, March, April. You are here. October 2nd is down here. Um, December 4th is here. That would be the Bragg thing. That's but anyway. Like there's way too much Valley Girl today. 2, 3, 4, 5 and more months. But it and I know that the law moves slowly, but this feels like I wonder if there's something else that's gonna happen between here and there, 'cause that does feel like popping some champagne. Oh, Joe ties his sun conjunct Jupiter in Aries. Oh, happy days. Knight of Pentacles. 10 of Wands. Ace of Swords. 8 of Swords. 2 of Cups. Return for questioning, huh? Knight of Pentacles. But the money, where'd the money go? Don't forget, there's a retired judge who is looking over their shoulders over at Gortco, because apparently they started trying to move assets overseas into like Cayman Island banks or whatever it was, for cash and stuff, and so this person stepped in and said, no, they tried to get as much as they could out from underneath anything Letitia James could do, and no, they were stopped. And it's a woman. Wow. Yes, Valderea, I'm hoping to do your astrology forecast. I'm hoping to get back to them. I was having trouble with the graphics were taking forever. So but I will hope to get back to them. Lucky girl, hello, beautiful. It was for the Trump org case where he pleaded the fifth like 500 times. Oh, glorious. I'm glad you're back, stay old. Oh, glorious, glorious. So what we do with the money? The burden, as far right burden, Ace of Swords. This would be, if it's not the start of something legal, it cuts deep. 8 of Swords, hemmed in. 2 of Cups. This is very what the cards are saying is this is very much about what the Trumps were doing, trying to pull everything out from underneath, get everything out of New York. So Letitia James, even if she won, there was nothing for her to dissolve. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Hemmed in, burden. He tried to move stuff, and here shaking hands. And I also wonder how much Letitia James is going to work with Bragg. They all apparently along the way they've been sharing some information. Is he going to show up? Is he going to be a complete? Oh, I forgot my glasses. I love when these guys. I love when these guys get up to give speeches or going to depositions, and they're just like, the country's it's falling apart. There are riots in the streets. What the heck is wrong with you? No is fine. Ugh, thank you, Kevin. Thank you, suburban housewife. Queen of Swords. Legally, something about Letitia. She's gonna. There's something here. She's gonna take away from him. There's gonna be. She's gonna hem him in. She's gonna. That's what I'm getting. Hello, almost Sheila the Closer. Thank you. Ace of Cups. 5 of Cups. Page of Swords. This isn't a loss on Letitia James' side. This is this brat. This is a situation, Your Honor. I'm not saying this is just a deposition. It's not in front of a judge, but it's basically this is a situation, Your Honor. And this brat tried to upend and undermine my work here. That's what I'm getting. I'm not even getting anything about him pleading the fifth or not. It's like they know what he did, and they can prove it. So if he wants to come in and I'm the most persecuted person ever, and I forgot my glasses, like melted toddler. That's what these guys, Mr. Fascist, tanning their nether regions, and then they get up there and it's like melted toddler. Yeah. Anyway, okay. All right. So if you thought that was just craziness, you'll love this. For Ali Alexander, remember? Quote, I'm a somebody. I started an insurrection. Yes, that is a direct quote. I'm a somebody. I started an insurrection. Ali Alexander. January 6th organizer is running for president. Yes, indeed. Oh, man. And apparently he wants to jail journalists if elected. The question here is, does he stand a chance? No. Oh my gosh. I have more chance of becoming president than you, Spiff. And I read tarot cards on YouTube. Oh yeah, Xander. Oh boy. Joyce Matthews says, but I thought there wasn't an insurrection. Mm-hmm. Polly Wanda, so sad, so sad, so unfair, like the world has never seen before. King of Swords. Yeah, you can't get there from here, but okay. 3 of Wands. I'm trying not to get too deep into this guy's energy because gross. 3 of Wands, lovers. The delusion is strong with this one. King of Cups. What do you mean? I'm not pulling anything. 10 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles. Oh, and this is the establishment Republicans who are going to be like, who are just totally just like ixnay on this insurrection in a or whatever. 3 of Wands. I could make money from this. I could get donations. I could, and it's super faithful. But this also doesn't feel like, this feels like the Lover's card that just falling. He's all up in his feelings and sad. And the Republican establishment is going to be just but please spend lots of your own money making yard signs and things. Okay. Well, okay, so we can get in some good energy here for a minute. Carlson had a really nice question at 45:15. Thank you again for being here. I love hanging out with you. Thank you. Excuse me. I don't know what's going on here. Make this 30. Okay, so Cynthia was asking if we heard the last of Beto politically. Oh, Beto O'Rourke. My gosh, it's like working on the municipal sewers, and then you get off work and you kind of shower, and then you go to your friend's house, and they're like, "Hey, come on in," and we're on the back porch, and you go and you sit down in a chair on their back porch. That's what it's like going from Trump world to have we heard the last of Beto O'Rourke? And this is like, oh, this is so nice. I can see the sky. Oh, everything smells nice. I smell better. Everything smells better. These people are nice. Oh, lovely, lovely. Hello, Beto O'Rourke. Cindy Parham says, "Don't belittle reading tarot on YouTube. You help us cope with the world." I do this every day. I don't belittle it. It's from the outside that we still get a lot of readers still get a lot of grief. So please, Oma Sheila the Quilter, please include some astrology with the tarot. You're so good at it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right, Empress. That's America. Also, that's women's rights. Something you right-wing morons forgot. Oh, thank you, Douglas. I'm glad I could help. Emperor. He can't stand these guys. Cruz, Abbott, he cannot stand these guys, but he hasn't been able to move forward yet. People are less likely to vote for him because he's struck out twice. Page of Cups. But he's willing to stand up in Texas. And they're just, I think he's still going to fight the good fight in whatever capacity he can. The problem is getting enough Democratic voters in Texas. That's the rub. I think his heart's in the right place. That's the energy I get off of him. Jeannie Last says, Beto definitely has a future. The stars are aligning as we speak. I hope so. I haven't looked at his astrology in a really long time. All right. 3 more cards. I like reading on him. Oh, I'm afraid I've got my questions for today, but please, that's a great question. Please put your questions in the chat before I come on. And tomorrow's links to tomorrow. Well, anyway, you'll be able to find tomorrow morning pretty easily. Public and whatnot. But if you try to leave it overnight, it may get rid of the questions. So before I come on, sorry. Page of Swords. Marby, thank you so much. Thank you. King of Wands, 4 of Wands, World. This is a man on a mission. He is on a mission to stop this far right garbage. The kings of this MAGA far right establishment in Texas, and to end done. So I'll have to look at the astrology to see when, but when it's more likely. Lola Bell, hey, said a YouTube psychic who has a show on Sunday recently said Beto will run against and beat Ted Cruz next Senate election. Oh, oh, that would be glorious. What that? Okay. Did you guys see the Cruz art? Duh. Did you guys see somebody made a bunch of memes of some of the Republican leaders in drag? I gotta say, Ted Cruz, really ugly woman, but he's a pretty ugly dude. So yeah. Let's see what I got. Sarah sent it to me. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, pictures. So Republicans on Instagram, Republicans on Instagram used AI to transform today's most powerful creeps into powerful drag queens. Incredible work. Spread the love, give them a follow. Welcome to the stage. Just the names are great. Mitch McConnell is Anita Filibust her. Ted Cruz is Cruzella DeVille. Lindsey Graham is Lady Graham Cracker. Clarence Thomas is Claretta Corrupta. Steve Bannon is Bombshell Bannon. Josh Hawley is All About Me. Kevin McCarthy is Speaker Sparklebottom. Ron DeSantis is Ron DeShanty. Anyway, Mike Pence is Mother Pence. And Rudy Giuliani is Rudy Garland. So yeah, it was stuff like this. So definitely worth going and looking for. Ted Cruz does not. Mm-mm. There's Mitch McConnell, Ted Cruz, Lady Lindsay, uh, Steve Bannon. Oh no, wait. There we go. Steve Bannon and uh, McCarthy, DeSantis, Mother Pence, and then beneath is Rudy Garland. But we've seen it before. So anyway, so if you do a search on Google, you'll be able to find that. But Ted Cruz makes a not attractive female. Michelle, yes, Republicans. So Beto versus Cruz, part deux or trois. How many times have they? Has Beto run against Cruz once or twice? I know he ran against Abbott. I know he's run against Cruz. I know he's run against Abbott, but it was twice with Cruz or not? Lisa says what? No George Santos? We've seen that. Five of Cups. There's definitely a stench of disappointment around this. The Sun. Knight of Swords. Six of Pentacles. This is Republicans just being like, ooh, pick and choose our little bowl of sweets. A plan to undermine anybody else who isn't Republican, trying to cause chaos and spin up support on the right. This is pretty underhanded. This is just underhanded stuff. All I'm getting here is You need more Democratic voters in Texas. So now you would think with the way they've been siphoning off human rights, like I can't see anything. I'm going to stop right there so I keep my language clean. 55:45. Michelle had a great question. First thing this morning, it was early, but I saw it and grabbed it before it disappeared. So, can we expect an indictment of Jim Jordan by Jack Smith or Alvin Bragg or both? Because now he just subpoenaed the head of the FBI, I think, and he's trying to get people who dislike Bragg or have shown negativity toward Bragg, trying to get them to show up, and he's so awful. All right, back down into the muck. Jim Jordan, are you going to be indicted for overreaching, basic stupidity, maybe January 6th stuff? Jim Jordan. He doesn't deserve 5 cards, but he's getting 5 cards. Valerie Sargent says gerrymandering is out of control in Texas. It's a slave state for women. In a sense, it's not fully. I don't want to compare those two things directly. But anyway. 4 of Swords. Silence, legal silence, but it's also Jordan who is limited in what he can do. Wheel of Fortune, Justice, 2 of Wands, King of Wands. Oh yeah, he's trying to tie things up in knots. 5 of Wands. This is back here. The Fortune and Justice, it's back here, or maybe even just over to the side. What Jordan's doing is just a bunch of low-level minor arcana stupidity. But what's some of this going to hit Jordan? Yes, please. GM Dave says jacket off Jordan, can wrestle but can't box. Glenn Bird says first goal of fascism, silence the opposition. Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. I live in Texas, and The Handmaid's Tale is frighteningly close to reality here. Three cards for Jim Jordan. You scumbag. 5 of Pentacles. Well, he's failing. I'm getting drawn to the shattered plate on the floor, and the others on their way down. Good news is he's getting nowhere. He's not getting any traction. 2 of Swords, 6 of Swords, Star. He thinks he is. I'm not getting him being. I hope there's something buried in the January 6th thing, but I'm not. There's nothing jumping out at me. So it might be a while. I hope. I'm not getting much. All right. Becca says Jim Jordan is playing to the audience of 1 and bringing the entire GOP down for it. You're not wrong at all. Okay, so at 1 hour in, kind of sad, but this is kind of what we're dealing with. Hurricane and tropical storm season is starting the earliest on record. There is a possible spin up in the Gulf of Mexico possible this week. There, I think out in the Atlantic, there were some storms spinning up. Are we in for a rough summer and fall? I don't know how this answer could be anything but yes, but let's have a look. Saw an article this morning about how there have been so many atmospheric river incidents, atmospheric rivers hitting California, and scientists are even trying to figure out just why so many. It's like, there's nothing you can do. But yeah, I guess it's good to know, but save the planet. Hurricane and storm season in the US. Summer 2023. But he can't trust his only one Earth. Exactly. Page of Cups. Steward the Earth, steward history. Those are two of the rules and guidelines I live by. Dude, I'm not perfect, but I do what I can. Queen of Cups. High Priestess. Eight of Cups. Three of Swords. Justice. Oh, that's just... I think we were just insulted. There are people definitely fighting the good fight, trying to save the climate. Absolutely. Working really, really hard, spending their whole lives. Everything from trying to reduce carbon emissions to cleaning up the massive country, continents of garbage in the Pacific. I mean, it's just the Three of Swords, a lot of harm, but in its justice, we did this to ourselves. Okay. Yeah. But he can't trust his boar? Yeah. All right. So we're going on to Bobblehead, who, you heard about this at 103:30? 103:30. Lauren Boebert has been accused of a cover-up after her son's car accident last September left a passenger with serious injuries. Allegedly, her oldest son was driving fast and erratically, which caused a wreck that left his passenger almost losing a thumb and suffering multiple concussions. At first, I was like, "Hey, do you mean contusions or something?" No, a concussion is a bruise on the brain. You can have multiple concussions. Didn't know that. Tyler Boebert's charges were downgraded from careless driving to defective vehicle for headlights, and he was only required to take a safety course to get it off his record. Did she set up a cover-up? Will there be repercussions? Really? Possibly just and the thing is that all you would need is a it wouldn't even have to be explicit. She could have just shown up and the chief of police wherever would be like, big stuff. Charming family. Yes. The Tyler Boebert cover-up. 10 of Pentacles. It's the establishment. It's the Republican establishment. It's the people who have power. Nine of Pentacles, sitting pretty. King of Wands, a leader of the far right, twisting everything into pretzels. King of Swords, right in the center. Nine of Swords, sleepless. It's Star. You got to go after the officers. That's. Oh, thank you, Oma Sheila. Thank you. I will do that. You got it. You got to talk to them. That's where you'd find if there's a if entertainment only YouTube, if there's a cover up, yes. Uh, did they go easy on the little tyke who caused someone to almost lose their thumb and suffer multiple concussions? Yes. You don't need me to tell you that, but yes. Seven of Cups. Lies, yeah. Knight of Wands, Queen of Cups, Six of Pentacles. I wouldn't get my hopes up. Yeah. Okay. Um 121. Let me go to 107.40. So Chicago. It says Chicago right there. Oh, and it says Chicago right there. I'm in Chicago. Chicago is the location for the 2024 Democratic National Convention. Will it go safely? Chicago 2024 Democratic National Convention. Hello, pretty in blue. I'm about to say something obvious. The difference between the two parties will be most evident in the 2024 election. Four of Cups. They can definitely work it out. Usual snafus and trying to work out where to be protection, police. Yeah. Lois says you can do live reporting for the convention. That would be so cool. I don't know where, but thank you. Yes, Glenn Bird, exactly. By the way, Chicago PD, they know how to handle big protesters. No worries. They've got it. Justice. Three of Wands. Hierophant. Oh, they've got it. They've got this. Wheel of Fortune. Not their first rodeo. Ace of Swords. Woo. And do not mess with them. They are not playing. One of the things I adore about Chicago is you get all of the amenities of a big city, but personally, I think people are you get more Midwestern nice. I think it's not perfect, but I think in general, but you don't mess with Chicago PD. Are you a moron? uh, they've got it, and don't mess with them. Yeah, this feels like protesters or what have you, but this is before they even get here. Everything's perfectly clear. What you can, what you can't do. Yeah, Chicago's got this. Yeah, don't you worry. Okay. Michelle L says psychic abilities run in the female line of my family, but my ability was never that strong. So how can I get it occasionally? I think it just gets stronger with use, honestly. But not everybody has a YouTube channel. I'm doing this every single day. I'm definitely. I think I'm better than I was when I started out. But um, but didn't I just all I mean by that is don't sell yourself short. All right, 112. Let's do this one. I cannot with this woman. Candace Owens. Candace Owens. Apparently, okay, basically there was some kind of underwear ad, and one of the people in the ad was wheelchair bound. Okay, ask yourself, do you care? Does it matter? No. Candace Owens believes that a wheelchair bound woman in an underwear ad is too inclusive. Her remarks have finally gone too far with for some conservatives. Let me get the direct. Oh, you don't want to miss this one. Well, I mean, you do, but you don't. Flowers down, presents, share screen. Candace Owens. Candace Owens. Torched by conservative groups for complaints about disabled people in commercials. Yes, indeed. Okay. So, um, far-right activist Candace Owens is under fire by the Conservative National Center for Public Policy Research after she complained. During an episode of her podcast, Owens said about an ad depicting a woman in a wheelchair modeling underwear, "I don't really understand how far we are going to take this inclusivity thing." She added, "I don't know why this needs to be done. I'm just getting tired of all this inclusivity thing. It just seems ridiculous." And some people were speaking out. She doesn't want to see it. Yeah. In 2019, Owens stirred controversy when she said in a speech that Hitler would have been fine if he hadn't tried to expand outside his borders and stuck to making Germany great. So, this inclusivity thing. Okay, can we take just a moment here to point out the obvious? So you don't like the inclusivity thing? Okay, so you want to stop that? So you will be only able to stay in. You won't be able to stay in hotels for whites anymore, or are we? Nobody should be. No one of color should be in the media. because white people don't want to see that, according to you. So inclusivity, right? No, we have to stop the inclusivity. Really? Or let me guess, it doesn't apply to you, just like any kind of affirmative action, anything like that. Oh, it doesn't apply to Clarence Thomas. Charlie Sargent says, hello, Black woman who has a voice and who should have a voice. But this inclusivity thing has gone too far. She doesn't want to see people in wheelchairs. Queen of Pentacles. Oh, yes, patting the little people on the head. Yes. I cannot. World. Queen of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. Empress. Wheel of Fortune. There will always be some far-right podcast or live stream or print media who will listen to far-right garbage, who will interview anybody who's spouting this kind of garbage. But it's not that big of an audience. And is it cognitive dissonance? I mean, I don't even know how we seem beyond cognitive dissonance at this point. There's a whole different, okay. I've got Major Arcana here. America is moving on. The world has changed, and she's all mad about it, and she thinks something should be done. Ace of Pentacles. We need a revival of and I'm getting an image of her being, it's like she's like, there needs to be a revival of conservative, and then it's like, close the door. And you can't hear her anymore. That's what I'm getting. So anyway, so that's going to do it for me for today. Well, I let my brain recover, try to figure out what the heck. But anyway, it is 1:32 p.m. here in Chicago. Thank you so much for going through the news with me. This stuff is crazy. At 3 o'clock, so in an hour and a half, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. You're always welcome to join us. And then, other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow and every day thereafter. Can't get rid of me, try as you might. And we'll go through the news again. So thank you so much. All right. I hope you have a wonderful day. You're not alone. We are in this together, and there really are good days ahead. All right, so hang in there. All right, take care. And I'll see you right back here tomorrow.